I'll fucking wait. Who wanna debate? Straight, let me cook. Fish fry while season and marinate. Every season, it's no reason and just unanimous decision. Smash the noti bell, and thanks to all subscriptions. Mama mentality, stop fouling me, I'm goaded. Body shots got them folding. Every word they can quote it. Smoking bud, watching bud, smoke these niggas Mayweather with the defense, nothing short of genius. High step into the end zone like prime time. Point me to the limelight. Mic check, it's my time. The pod god every time I deliver. You're now tuned in to GOAT Thriller. I'm here to stay. All the chatter, y'all can dead it. Let's start the show. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. Dinging on them. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I'm the best ever. There's
I
nothing
fucking wait.
I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
Yeah, I said it.
Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. And please don't forget to put some mother effing Coach K, Duke, full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to both of my channels. And please don't forget to ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E-Thriller, a.k.a. Ham Rothstein, a.k.a. GOAT Thriller, a.k.a. the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of basketball whenever I feel like it. And once again, hoop fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Whoop Chat, welcome back. Now, first things first, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. I just wanted to come on here. I'm in the car. I ain't got my usual theatrics. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in my space that I normally be in. I ain't on my laptop. I ain't got all my little shit set up. But anyway, I just figured I'd come on and talk about a particular topic that's really starting to piss me off. Because I'm really starting to see that a lot of you motherfuckers, that is similar to boxing, right? A lot of you motherfuckers that claim to know about basketball, y'all really don't know shit. Probably don't even know how to make a fucking left-hand layup if I left you in the gym all goddamn day. Yeah, I said it. Because how in the hell can y'all sit up here and blame the current state of today's National Basketball Association on the great Wardell Curry, Stephen Wardell Curry, arguably a top 5 player of all time, the greatest shooter of all time. Yeah, I said it. God damn it. And I will make a case that he is the greatest point guard to ever play the game. And I know it's a lot of people that's going to be saying in the chat. I know it's a lot of people that's going to be saying on social media and beyond, whether it's Facebook, whether it's IG, whether it's Twitter, better known as X now, whether it's everybody on the gram saying that E-Thriller, a.k.a. the Black Picasso, you don't know what the hell you're talking about because Stephen Wardell Curry is a combo guard. He really a 2-guard. But at the end of the motherfucking day, like I said before, and goddamn it, I'm going to say it again. When that man goes into the National Basketball Hall of Fame, he is going to go down as a point guard. Say it with me, people. Point guard. Facts, E-Thriller, boy, facts. But anyway, I'm just trying to figure out, like, do y'all niggas really watch the sport of basketball? Because the last time I checked, let's just go back to whenever the Golden State Warriors started to become, coming to their own, started dominating the league with, what was it, around 2015, all the way up to what? 2018-ish, 2018 up until when KD left. But the Golden State Warriors, if you watch their style of play with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green facilitating that offense, bringing the ball up the court, they wasn't just running around jacking up a bunch of jump shots. They weren't just running around jacking up a bunch of unnecessary threes. These dudes were backdoor cutting. These dudes were setting screens for one another. These dudes was running rub reads and shit like that and L cuts and V cuts. If you know anything about the sport of basketball, if you ever played, these dudes know how to get open for each other. You feel what I'm saying? These dudes ain't just playing take your turn, take it basketball, drive and kick basketball. No, these dudes have a fucking offensive repertoire. These dudes have an offensive blueprint. Steve Kerr, a guy that gets a whole lot of flack because, to me, in my personal opinion, he tends to outcoach himself from time to time. He makes some bad substitutions. He takes players out. He plays with his lineups just a tad bit too much for my liking. But at the end of the motherfucking day, for all you goddamn bozos and Neanderthals to blame the current state of the NBA with it being so soft and everybody just jacking up a bunch of threes and everybody just playing a bunch of pick and roll basketball, to blame that on the Golden State Warriors, along with the great Steph and Wardell Curry, is fucking blasphemous, y'all. And it's really laughable. It just really goes to show that you motherfuckers don't do nothing but watch highlights. That's all y'all do. Y'all can't possibly really be watching the whole game. Y'all can't be watching the whole game. Because let's look at the Golden State Warriors this year. These dudes ain't jacking up a bunch of threes. Stephen Curry, although he is a three-point specialist, although he is the greatest shooter of all time, Stephen Curry will whoop your ass with efficiency by driving to the basket, by moving without the ball, by setting screens for his other teammates. And Stephen Curry, out of anybody that's in the NBA, in my personal opinion, that man has every fucking right to jack up 25 to 35 shots on a night in and night out basis. And this is coming from a guy when Steph Curry was dominating in the NBA, going up against my favorite fucking player in the world, and LeBron, Ramon, James, King James, that is, a.k.a. GOAT James. Yeah, I said it. God damn it. Whenever he was kicking LeBron ass and whenever they had that rivalry going on, I wasn't rooting for Steph Curry by any stretch of the imagination. But I have to give credit where credit is due, right? And this criticism, in my personal opinion, isn't fair. It isn't fair to the Golden State Warriors. It isn't fair to Klay Thompson, who is a guy that can beat you up in the post when he was in his prime. He's a guy that will move without the ball and set screens. And hell, we just seen Klay Thompson drop 60-plus points by only dribbling the ball 10 fucking times. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the man don't need much to get his shot off. And neither does Steph and Wardell Curry. So whenever you look at teams like the Houston Rockets, you look at teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I just really, and I love not Anthony Davis, but Anthony Edwards to death. He is one of my favorite players to watch when LeBron is, dead and gone, and when Kyrie Irving retires from the game of basketball. Anthony Edwards 9 times out of 10 is going to be my favorite player to watch. Hell, he's probably already my favorite player to watch. But I am just so sick and tired of this man just settling for jumper after jumper after jumper. And I know for a diehard basketball fan such as myself, for a guy that still plays the game from time to time whenever I go to the gym and shit like that, just to stay in shape, because y'all know I can drop draws with the best of them. Facts, Thriller, big facts. I am a fucking marksman. I am a shooter. I can drive. I can do all this shit. But anyway, whenever I see a guy that is so athletic, that can do it all on the offensive end and on the defensive end, a guy that loves to challenge himself, a guy that is willing to guard the opposing team's best perimeter offensive player. When I look at Anthony Edwards' game this year, y'all, I feel like he's taking a step back, even though he's still exciting, even though he still talks a lot of shit, even though he goes to the basket from time to time. I feel like he's shooting way too many threes. This guy went from shooting 4 to 5 threes a game to all of a sudden after Team USA, this man is shooting 12 threes a game. And I just know at the end of the motherfucking day, y'all can say what y'all want about the NBA. Y'all can say old teams have proven that you can play the 5-out basketball. You can shoot jump shots. Jump shooting teams that won an NBA championship, which is true. But for a guy like Anthony Edwards, who can get to the cup literally at will, at his fucking will if he wants to, right? With his athleticism and his dribbling ability and the fact that the man can pull up from the mid-range and hit glass shots and post-ups and shit like that, for this man to settle time after time after time again is letting the defense off the hook. And that's just one primary example of what the fuck I'm talking about. But y'all cannot sit up here and blame the current state of the NBA, because believe you me, I really don't like watching any of these teams. I'm going to be honest. I hate watching my Lakers. I mean, you want to talk about getting a bad case of the fucking mud butts, right? I mean, I just get nauseated every single time I watch the Lakers. Even with J.J. Redick. I love J.J. Redick. I love what he's bringing to the table. I see what he's trying to do. He has LeBron a little bit more off the ball. You feel what I'm saying? LeBron ain't ball hogging as much as he used to in the years past. But at the end of the day, the Lakers are still a team that's shooting too many fucking threes. And then when you have a guy like Anthony Davis, who is arguably the biggest walking mismatch in basketball, yeah, I said it, settling for jump shots, launching up three-pointers, when his big 6'10", 260-pound ass need to go down low and bang, B-A-N-G. is incredibly alarming. And it's a testament to what every single hoop fan that's been watching basketball since the 70s, that's been watching basketball since the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s and beyond. That is the biggest impediment to this game. And then don't even get me started on the new NBA All-Star game format. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what Adam Silver, the new NBA commissioner, is trying to do, but I am no fan of his, y'all. I don't like any of these goddamn changes that he's been making. I really don't like the NBA Cup, even though the game was kind of okay last night. It was okay. They played hard, but let's be honest, the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't fucking show up. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was supposed to be an NBA MVP, who was one of the better younger stars in today's generation, you know, when LeBron and KD and Kyrie and Luka and all these other guys retire from the game of basketball, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be next up. You feel what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards is going to be next up. These are the guys that are up next after the generation that we grew up watching. Well, not really grew up watching, but after, you know, y'all know what I'm saying, the LeBrons, the Kevin Durant's, the Stephen Curry's. When those guys are after the Joel Embiid's, the Nikola Jokic, you feel what I'm saying? These are the guys that's next up. And whenever I saw this guy, he just came out, he couldn't make shots. He couldn't get to the free throw line, and they couldn't stop a parkour last night. I mean, my Lord, you want to talk about having a highway to the cup. Giannis Antetokounmpo, and this is one of the things that I love about Giannis, because even in today's game, where it's so fucking soft and dudes settling for jump shot after jump shot after jump shot, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a guy that knows his limitations. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a guy, if you ever played NBA 2K online, if you ever play against those guys that we like to call rim runners, you know, those cheesers that's going to do any and everything to win, especially if you're playing for money on Players Lounge or on Gamer Saloon. He is going to put his head down and go to the goal every single fucking time. Until you stop him, until you stop Giannis Antetokounmpo, he is going to dominate in the paint. And last night, they tried to put Lou Dort on him. They threw Shea at him. They threw Harkenstein. They threw every goddamn body, the whole team, and then some. And guess what? Every single time that they tried to cut off the drive to the basket, this man would just kick it out to the open shooter. Damian Lillard, hello. One of the best shooters ever is going to drop the fucking draws. So that potentially poses a big fucking threat in the NBA. I mean, if the Milwaukee Bucks completed the way that they've been playing over these last couple of weeks, with that supporting cast, with those ancillary parts, with Doc Rivers coaching the way that he's been coaching, Giannis Antetokounmpo might get a second ring, and Damian Lillard, yeah, I said it, Damian Lillard may end up getting his first NBA championship. And if there's a guy in the league that currently doesn't have a championship who rightfully deserves one, it would be Damian Lillard. But back to the original point at hand. For everybody that's blaming Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors for the small ball and the drive and kick basketball, it's totally unfair. It's very fucking unfair. And I just don't understand what games y'all watching. Like, even when you watch Golden State right now, Steph Curry ain't just settling for threes all the time. Stephen Curry will get to the fucking cup. Stephen Curry is moving without the ball. Stephen Curry ain't playing like these bozos in the league that just drive and kick basketball. Driving the kick, we're going to shoot a three-pointer in the corner. The other team I get the rebound. They come back down. They shoot another bad shot. They just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The Golden State Warriors have been having a system in place for an awfully long time. Draymond Green to get the ball at the top of the key. Steph would go set a pick, a down pick, or a flash screen for somebody. Hell, they doing something to get each other easy baskets. And the Golden State Warriors are one of the other only teams outside of the Denver Nuggets, in my personal opinion, who play off-the-ball basketball. Like Nikola Jokic, he's another guy that can facilitate the offense, right? To the point to where he can bring the ball up court. He initiates the offense. He runs a lot of rub-read plays. He runs a lot of backdoor plays, a lot of fake backdoor plays. Michael Porter Jr. would cut to the basket. Aaron Gordon would cut to the basket on the baseline and catch a oop. Like, those guys have a system, but outside of those two teams, I really don't like watching nobody else because everybody plays exactly the same. But once again, for the record, for anybody that claims to know the sport of basketball, that watches basketball on a night in and night out basis, to blame Stephen Curry, y'all got to stop this shit, bro. Y'all really do. But let me read some of these comments, man. Shout out to my guy GQ in the building. He said, "Salute, what's popping? How are you, kind sir?" He said it's LeBron's fault. How? But you know what? Now that I think about it, bro, I'm a huge LeBron fan, but LeBron is kind of solely responsible for the drive and kick basketball. See, LeBron is solely at his best when he's surrounded by shooters. which is why the Lakers have been struggling over these last couple of years because LeBron only has what, maybe one or two shooters on the Lakers, if that, ever since they won that bubble NBA championship. They went out for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they went to go get a bunch of guys that kind of play like LeBron, like the Russell Westbrooks, the D'Angelo Russells. These guys ain't no set shooters. These guys are guys that need the basketball. These are guys that can facilitate the offense, and they need the ball to get into a rhythm of scoring, right? So, you know what? You make a hell of a point. LeBron is kind of responsible for today's NBA climate, the drive and kick basketball. I can't disagree with you on that, my brother. He said when Kobe retired, the game went with him. Hey, man, I agree. I agree that the NBA All-Star game haven't been the same. The tenacity of the game, these guys don't even play hard in the fourth quarter. These guys basically just like, watch. This year, I don't know how this new format is going to play out, but I can guarantee y'all, right? All these dudes are going to be jacking up like threes. These dudes don't even try to catch alley-oops no more. These dudes ain't even trying to dunk. All these dudes want to do is see who can shoot from the fucking logo. And for a guy that grew up loving NBA All-Star Weekend, I was the type of nigga, y'all. I would record the NBA rookie game with Steve Francis and Baron Davis and motherfucking Katino Mobley. And, you know, the list goes on. And I would practice what I saw. I would go outside and practice every single fucking move that I saw, right? That's how knee-deep I was as a kid, as a teenager, watching the sport of basketball. I grew up playing the shit, right? But when I watched the NBA, there's literally nothing to get excited about, y'all. Like, I know these dudes ain't gonna play hard. They ain't trying to shake nobody. They ain't trying to make no clean passes. I mean, just to compare it to one of my favorite NBA All-Star games, right? 1998, Michael Jordan's, you know, quote unquote, was supposed to be his last All-Star game, right? Before he came back and played with the Wizards. But it was Kobe Bean Bryant's first NBA All-Star game, right? And mind you, this dude was still coming off the bench. This dude wasn't even a starter, but he ended up starting in the NBA All-Star game. And from that moment on, whenever that guy got on that fast break and did the fake behind the back pass through his leg, and then he shot the little running jump hook off the right leg, off the wrong foot, and made it, I said, oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Tucci, Kobe been my favorite player since then. But it's moments like that that we really don't get in today's basketball, y'all. We really don't get memorable moments like that. I can't remember the last memorable NBA All-Star game to where these dudes competed. Maybe it was the year when Kobe had passed. God bless the dead. But I think it was the year that Kobe Bean Bryant passed, right? And I believe this was Chris Paul's last NBA All-Star game. That was the last time where these guys really competed and played physical when the game was on the line. That was the best NBA All-Star game in the last, 4 to 5 years, in my honest opinion, right? But today's NBA is just weak, bro. He said Curry definitely has a case for the best point guard of all time. Facts, bro, definitely. Ain't nobody changed the game like Steph Curry, for better or for worse. I'm willing to say that. I'm driving, so just bear with me. He said the Spurs still, for the reason for how the Warriors play, how they play, that's correct. The way to play the game, the Warriors and the Spurs and the Sun. Yeah. Coach Pop, man, they got a system in place. And that's kind of who Denver kind of played like, in my honest opinion as well. They took for Greg Popovich. Shout out to Coach Pop. GQ said, Kobe, the most skilled player to ever play the game. Kyrie second. You know what, bro? I was one of them individuals, and y'all know I'm a huge Kobe guy. He's my favorite player, my favorite athlete in any genre of sports, right? And I was on that train with you, bro, but I'm sorry, man. I can't put nobody over Kyrie Irving. I just can't. And then you want to know why I put Kyrie over Kobe as well? The man is 6'2", bro. He's 6'2", and he don't really – I mean, he's athletic, but he ain't athletic like Kobe. So Kobe could kind of get away, with a little bit more because of his height and his athleticism. But Kyrie ain't the most athletic dude on the court, but he get to wherever he want to get to, and he's finishing below the rim. He's contorting his body, and he's kissing it off the glass, and he's shooting drifters, fading to the left, fading back, fading to the right. I mean, oh, my God. And the man can post. Bro, he can score from 4 levels on the court. Literally, he can score from 4 levels on the court. What up to Joseph? He said the weakest area of basketball is right now. That is a fact, which is why I'm talking about this shit. Because I ain't going to lie, bro. I'm a dude. I used to watch every single basketball game that came on, right? But lately, I ain't been able to do it. Like, even, let's just say, for example, the champs, the Boston Celtics. They got Jason Tatum, who is a boring personality. Great basketball player. I ain't taking nothing away from him. Plus, he went to Duke. So I'm kind of biased. Jaylen Brown, he's a 3-and-D guy. He can play on both sides of the ball, right? Drew Holiday, Derek Brown, Derek White, the list goes on and on. Porzingis. But those guys, they shoot a lot of threes as well. They shoot it like them dudes ain't posting up like they supposed to be posting up with all that athleticism on the wing. Them dudes ain't playing like that. They jack up a lot of threes, which is why they get in a lot of trouble from time to time and be losing games they're not supposed to lose. You feel what I'm saying? He said, nah, Kobe is, he said, nah, most skilled Kobe, Jordan, and Kyrie. So you think Michael Jeffrey Jordan is more skilled than Kyrie Irving? Are you fucking kidding me, GQ? You got to make that make sense to me, bro. Like, Jordan wasn't busting trays. Like, I'm going to have to, and then, like, let's just get the elephant out the room, bro. Ain't nobody a better ball handler than Kyrie Irving. Maybe you can put Jason Williams in the conversation. You can put Isaiah Thomas, of course. You can put B. Diddy. I love B. Diddy handles. I don't think he get enough credit. Of course, my guy Steve Francis is one of my favorite point guards of all time. I think he has a very underrated handle. Steve Francis was a motherfucker that'll play with you, bring you back, do a snatch back, come back right to the same spot, hit you with the same move, and then just blow by you just for the fuck of it. Steve Francis used to give motherfuckers the business. You feel what I'm saying? Steve Francis is one of the kings of drop draws production. But yeah, man, I feel you, bro. I disagree though. What up, X man? What's popping, fam? He said, salute you through. What's popping? How you kind, sir? Yeah, we're talking about basketball tonight, man. He said Kobe was more skilled than Kyrie. Watch Kobe and Kyrie go. Yeah, I feel what you're saying, bro. But I'm just, for my taste, bro. If I'm putting on some Kobe highlights and I'm comparing it to Kyrie highlights, I'm watching Kyrie's, bro. I'm sorry, I got to keep it a buck. Y'all know Kobe, my guy. But I get way more excited watching Kyrie, the way that he be in and out and going between the legs, and then he'll snatch back and hit a double step back three. Like, bro, the shit bro, he makes the game look so easy. And I've seen Kyrie play in person at least 2 to 3 times, right? And he is definitely, outside of Kobe, the best player I ever seen play in person. Like, and it looked like he just going through the motions. Like, he don't ever show no emotion. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie he can roll you up. He can do some shit that you never seen before. He just run down the court like it ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. I'm going to try to spin the block. If not later on tonight, then definitely tomorrow and talk a little bit about everything, man. Until next time, your boy, you Thriller. I'm gone. Holla.